You're watching Nevada Business Chronicles. Take a journey with us to see the innovative businesses that put Nevada on the business map. Connecting you with the businesses, events, and organizations that bring innovation and prosperity to the Nevada area, please welcome your host, Mitch Burney. We are back with one of my favorite people, Ruby Russell, President and CEO of R&R Distinctive Beddings, home of StayPut Beddings. Now, if you didn't see a previous episode that we shared where Ruby was launching her product line, for those individuals that were less fortunate, let's go back and revisit a little bit about the StayPut Bedding sheet, the design, how it happened.
It was designed because of my boyfriend would toss and turn at night. I was always having to remake the bed. I knew there had to be an easier way, so I came up with an idea for StayPut, and it really does stay put.
You revolutionized the top sheet. And by saying that, this is a big deal. You just recently were issued a patent for this. That's not easy to do.
No, it isn't. We had to resubmit several times the design before we could get the patent, and it took several years.
So for people that are not familiar with the patent process, you have to prove that you have re-engineered, redesigned, or invented something completely new in order to get the U.S. Patent Department to issue you protections on your design.
That's exactly right.
This is a big deal because what you've designed and received a patent for is a sheet, and that hasn't been done in decades.
59 years.
So let's talk about the design. You were mentioning that you had this need, and the mother of all inventions is to resolve a problem that has been an age-old problem, making the bed. Who wants to do that? And having to do the lifting of the corners of a bed, you literally eliminated the need for that.
There is no lifting. StayPut Beddings has no corners, so you will never have to do a hospital corner ever again. It's free-flowing on the sides, so it's easy to enter and exit at night.
And I love the design of the extra sheet at the base of the bed that folds back underneath that mattress. And the patented design is that you have pockets that you can slide your fingers into and literally push that sheet far enough back under the bed that the weight of the mattress holds the sheet in place.
Exactly.
Slide your hands out and your bed is made, and it stays made weeks, months.
Because of the double thickness in the fabric, it does stay put.
So you could throw the sheet on the floor and then just pick it up, walk it right back up to the front of the bed, and it's made.
Exactly.
It's genius.
Simplicity.
It's going to revolutionize the industry, including the hospitality industry. This is a big deal. Labor savings.
Yes.
In the time that it takes to make your bed, reduce labor cost, reduce workers' injuries, and therefore workers' comp claims. Your initial order was for queen-size sheets, tremendously popular, but you've had a demand for kings and cow kings, and you're prepared to start filling that order.
Yes, we have had a huge demand for cows and cow kings. We are taking pre-orders.
You also have a few stores now carrying your products since we last visited you.
Yes, there's 2 stores in Reno, Innes Fine Furniture and Consign Furniture, and also a store in Bellevue, Washington.
So for the store that would like to carry your product, or for the individual that would like to place an advanced order on a king or cow king, how can they get a hold of you and do that?
Please call me at 775-781-7220 or go to our website at www.stayputbeddings.com.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. Now more from Nevada Business Chronicles. Welcome. My name's Mitch Burney. I'm the General Manager and the show host of Nevada Business Chronicles. In August of 2015, we set out on a journey to share with you the incredible businesses that make me proud to live in the state of Nevada. Along the way, we've introduced you to some of the most eclectic businesses, and many of which you'd never even knew existed in our state. I've often been asked, why the Nevada Business Chronicles? Why is this show important? Back in 2008, during the economic recession that affected our entire country, we lost as well as many other cities, a lot of ma and pop businesses. These are products, goods, and services that our community no longer has. And what we are also witnessing is a new economic growth and development, a whole lot of new businesses that are going to be moving into our region. We felt it was extremely important in this state of our economy to connect you with our local businesses and our local businesses to each other. What we set out to do last year was to give you the backstories, to allow you the opportunity to meet the business owners that make these businesses and our community what it is today. One of the most incredible parts of this show has been the incredible cinematography that we're blessed to have. Back in 1992, when I first moved to Nevada, I was introduced to a gentleman at the time who was a cameraman for Channel 4 News. After 3 years of getting to know each other, he moved back to Southern California where he grew up and pursued his career behind the camera. That individual spent the next 17 seasons on The Amazing Race, Border Wars, Big Brother, Oprah's Big Give, America's Next Top Model, Homeland Security, Solitary, and Navajo Cops. Traveling the world and becoming an international sensation behind the camera, we are completely thrilled and blessed to have a national quality show here for our local community. We were filming Reno Flying Service, who offers a discovery flight. See if flying's right for you. With me in the cockpit in the pilot seat, taking off, flying in pattern and landing that plane for the first time in my life. My cinematographer right behind me in the back seat, filming the entire way.
Scott, Jeremy, fast track clear for takeoff, 25 left course track. All right, full power, push the throttle all the way in and hold it there.
We also took you on a thrill ride with uprising paragliding and paramotoring. On that flight, our cinematographer strapped the camera to his neck and went flying for 45 minutes on a sunset flight to capture footage to allow you to feel what it's like to be inside of a paramotoring experience. At the end of that, I asked him if he was scared. And what he said to me was, no, that's not scary. What's scary is filming The Amazing Race, being in the front seat of a taxi going 80 miles an hour, weaving in and out of oncoming traffic, facing the rear so you can film the contestants while they scream at the driver to go faster. So my mission has been to see if along the way we could actually get Steve's blood pumping. Well, just recently, we also were afforded the opportunity to produce the international live stream for SCORE International Off-Road Racing. At the latest event in the Baja 500, we were able to get Steve inside the cockpit, traveling on roads that really don't exist, at speeds that are greater than the road's capability. Finally, we got Steve's blood pumping. Along the way, we hope we've introduced you to some businesses that you may not have even known existed. One of my personal favorites that I hear constantly from our community that they didn't even know existed in northern Nevada was the Red Rock Hounds. 35 years ago, when Lynn Lloyd ran out of gas, she landed in Reno, Nevada, and has been doing full dress English style fox hunting 9 months out of the year for the last 35 years.
Here's to a good hunt.
Bottoms up.
And our new friends. Oh, good boy.
Are we ready to hit the trail?
We're ready.
Well, let's do this.
Okay.
We've also had the gift of introducing you to some of the most incredible organizations and the individuals that make those organizations possible in our community. One of the proudest moments we've had on our show was a piece that we got to do for REMSA, where we introduced to our community the discussion of tactical emergency medical support. Reno back in 1997 was only the second city in our nation that embedded a medic with the SWAT on first entry to provide immediate medical care instead of staging officers miles away from a location until it was clear, providing those injured individuals a chance at life. We also were able to take you up into the mountains and show you their search and rescue operations and their cooperative team efforts with the Sheriff's Hasty team. It is truly the people that make me so humbled and honored to be a part of this show that we get to introduce you to, like Stacy Mathewson, who tragically lost her son to an opiate overdose a few years ago, and since then has devoted her life's work to saving others suffering from addiction and alcoholism. Beyond a doubt, to this date, the proudest moment of my life was to work with her on a project launching the national campaign for Wipe the Face of Addiction and the Pie in the Face Challenge at Reno Provisions.
Shh, we're making a silent movie.
I'm Division Chief Tim Spencer from the Reno Fire Department. I'm donating $100 to wipe the face of addiction. And I challenge all fire chiefs in the state of Nevada to join me. Delicious.
Hi, I'm Chef Mark Estey from the Reno Local Food Group, and I'm donating $250 to wipe the face of addiction. And I challenge Rick Moonen to do the same. Up the ante, brother.
I'm Colin Smith from Roundabout Catering in Reno. I'm challenging Yvonne Cemetery to wipe off the face of addiction here in Reno, Nevada. I'm donating $250. Do it.
Oops, sorry.
Along the way, we've also been gifted the opportunity to share very important topics of conversation with our community. One of them is with Microtech Computer Systems and Business IT Services, providing their services to help protect you and your businesses from cyber attacks. Another example of that would be Power Health of Reno. They're recreating how we look at health by studying the core physiology of the patient and working with the brain and brain exercises to heal the body from the inside out instead of treating the physical outlying conditions. I've often been told that I have the greatest job on earth. I've had the privilege of golfing with the crew out at Red Hawk Golf and Resort, off-roading with the team at Custom Truck Accessories, and watching them build these incredible show trucks. One of my favorites is the folks at Palace Jewelry and Loan. You never know what they're going to come across and how interesting it is to visit them on a regular basis. Entering into our second year of filming, we're excited about the businesses we haven't covered yet, including yours. One of the things that we'd still like to do is some zip lining, some skiing, snowmobiling. There are so many things that we haven't covered yet. Gliding, parachuting, you name it. We want to take you to the businesses that bring these services to our community. So if you're one of those businesses, just fill out the contact form on our contact page at nevadabusinesschronicles.com. We're proud to say that Nevada Business Chronicles airs multiple times throughout the week. We are Saturdays at 4:30 on NBC. Sundays at 11 a.m. on My 21, Mondays at 4:30 a.m. on My 21, followed by 5 a.m. on the CW, and Tuesdays at 12:30 in the afternoon on CW. You can also find us on our website, nevadabusinesschronicles.com. On there, you'll find our blog along with 8 social media outlets. What's made this so incredible is the community support. Approaching 100,000 YouTube video views just since the inception of our show. We're so honored to be a part of our community. As a result of our wrapping our arms around our community and the tremendous response our community has had behind our show, we've had businesses ask us if we could provide those services for them. And we are proud to announce that we are now offering exactly that. We're offering trade show videos, podcast, website production, business branding, marketing, commercial production, commercial media buys, posters to billboards, and a platform for the businesses to share themselves with our community. It is an honor to serve Northern Nevada. It is a privilege, and I thank you so much for your support. For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. Now more from Nevada Business Chronicles. When they first opened their doors in 2009, they started by servicing exotic car dealers, expanding their business to cover all consumer needs, including commercial fleet vehicles. We're here today at Performance Coatings AutoBody. Let's meet the owner, Mike Shula.
Hey.
Mike, good to see you.
How you doing?
Very good, thanks for
Thank you.
asking. So excited to share your business with our community. Tell us a little bit about where you got your start.
Started back in 2009, and as you know, our first customer that we had was a Bentley, and that particular customer, when we first started, really set the tone for every customer that we had after that. The workmanship that he needed on that car, and how precise of a customer he was, and how articulate and perfect he wanted everything to be, was actually a blessing in disguise for our business. So every car after that got treated the same, regardless if it was a low-end car or a high-end car, and it turned out really good, and so it's been awesome.
Would you mind showing us where that quality starts?
Sure, let me show you. Come this way.
Wow, Mike, this is a twisted ball of wreckage.
Yes, it is. And this is pretty much where a lot of the cars that come in, this is where we start from. This is a good opportunity to see something on a collision base when you get insurance work, and we take all kinds of insurance. And what's great is that any customer that comes in has the right and the choice to choose any shop that they want to, any licensed body shop, and it doesn't matter if it's a big shop or a small shop. I like it that we're a small shop here in Reno. The fact that we're a smaller shop means that I can spend more time, more quality time, making sure that things are safe for people, especially if they have kids. I'm not controlled by an insurance company having it to be done in about 2 or 3 days' time when I can spend 5 days, and I think that's really important. It's important to me. I've got 4 girls.
When you walk up to a car that's been painted, and that outside fender, which was straight because you bought a new fender on it, so it's nice and smooth, and it gets paint on there, it may look pretty, but it's right here where it all starts that's even more important.
Yeah, and that's why we have this frame machine. This is the Chief 2nd generation, and this is where we start. We disassemble this part of the car. This is where all the framework is, this is where all the support is, and this is where the most important part of the car is. Let me show you something else that's in a different stage over here, and we'll talk about spacing. Once we've gotten the fenders on, and once we've gotten this hood on, I want to make sure that the seams and everything and the lines are all the way they're supposed to be, and they're evenly throughout most of the car. Let me show you here, on this particular part of the car where it's been wrecked, we're using the original metal to come back out. We're actually pulling this, which you have to take it down to the metal. You have these pins that are actually soldered in, and you're pulling the metal back out. Then you've got a little bit of Bondo that goes over there. You don't want to use too much as a filler. You just want to be able to smooth out the section that you just worked in. Here's where you see Antonio is actually sanding a small part of the Bondo when he's trying to blend it into the natural curvature of this bumper, where you see that you won't know where the work begins and where the existing paint was. So if you look over here on this side of the bumper, you'll see where the little rock chips were filled in with a little bit of putty. And then this is the process that we do before it gets to paint, that after we've done the rock chips and after we've smoothed out the plastic on the front bumper, it then gets applied with K2 primer. And K2 primer is what adheres to the plastic before you put the paint on. We do spray-in bed liners, and this is a reflex product. And aside from just doing black, we also do custom colors, and they're all UV stable. And we do toy haulers, boats,
Pools, swimming pools?
We've done swimming pools, and we've done outside furniture, and we've also done horse trailers that we've put on this. And
the applications are really the limit of somebody's imagination.
It is.
Color matching is an art in its own.
Yes, color matching is a very difficult thing to do. However, to get that consistency and to get the quality, you have to start with a quality product. And at Performance Coatings, we use the highest quality that we know of, and that actually helps us with what we do. Let me show you some of the things that we've got on our computer system, and that's where we do a lot of our start process here, is that on our computer system, everything is computerized so that we can customize all of our colors. You want to get a really good formula, so the formula is what we do with this particular system. And for example, we've got Porsche. You put in a Porsche, it has a paint code, and when you put that paint code in, it's going to give you a formula that's actually going to spit out a ticket that you can actually customize with all the different colors that we have. So to give you an example of how difficult sometimes it can be, here is a paint code through Chrysler, and it's a Chrysler white, and you could have even more different variances to this one color. So to try and get it the exact color to the car, you have different years, you may have a different manufacturer, and different manufacturing plants could be painting it just a different variance at that particular plant versus somewhere else. So to help us out, we gather these chips. These are called variant chips, and this is what helps us pick out the color. And the only other way that you can actually get better than this, because what happens is sometimes the UV makes the clear coat a little bit unstable. So to try and get the same color, and you want to lighten it up, or you want to try and get the color just exactly right, you put the you have a vindicator, which you put the VIN code inside the computer, which is going to print out a formula, but sometimes you may have to go ahead and tint the color just a little bit just to get it precise. And good painters can get pretty close with good product.
And ultimately have an end product that you can hardly tell that the car's ever even had paint work done on it, which is the goal.
Consistency is the most important thing, along with quality.
What's the first thing somebody should do if they get in an accident?
I think the first thing they should do is call their insurance company, report that they have, start a claim, that they've been in an accident.
Really then, you're the second call and the most important one.
I think so. I think the second phone call is important to us because I can provide many different services for them. We do things like pickup, we do drop off, we do pickup for the rental cars, I do towing. I assist them with the insurance company. I take care of the adjuster when he comes in. So if there's anything that we can do to help, that's what we do.
It's all about making it convenient for the individual who's already gone through something traumatic enough.
I think so. I try to do the best that we can to personalize it and make them feel important and make their vehicle feel just as important.
Now, Mike, a lot of people have never stepped foot inside of a paint booth, but this is where the magic happens. And there's prep work to the paint booth before you even roll a car in. Tell us what's going on here.
A lot of times what we'll do is we'll blow this whole area out, get rid of the dust from the paint that was in here before. Any contaminants have to be out. Then you have to put down the water. The water will actually just kind of keep everything settled down to the bottom, and it's a cross draft so that the air comes from up above that actually filter out the particulates when you're in here painting, and you have to have proper lighting.
Now, Mike, we just saw this getting painted, and what happens next?
We're going to go ahead and wet sand and polish this. We're going to put the emblems and what else needs to be put on. We're going to put it on the truck, make sure it fits, make sure everything is good, and then we'll go ahead and wash it, put a light wax on it, and give it to the customer. We're done.
Mike, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of us at 775-829-8181. That's performancecoatingsautobody.com. We're 100 Gentry Way. Cross street is Moana and South Virginia Street.
And we're here 5 days a week?
We're here 6 days a week, from 8 to 8.
Wow. That's Mike Schul of Performance Coatings AutoBody.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
again for being
here.
here.
All right, thank you.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. For information on becoming a guest on our show, contact us at info@nvbusinesschronicles.com. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week at the same time for more from Nevada Business Chronicles.